What is going on, guys? Joe here. Welcome back to my channel, and today we have a big episode in FreeLanda. Of course, we kick off the Tour de France in this episode, the biggest bike race in the world. And we come into the race in fantastic form. If we take a look at our results page, we won our last two stage races, the Dauphiné and La Route d'Occitanie, both in France, and we came fourth in the time trial and the road race in Spain. So we are looking very, very strong at the moment. Hopefully we can continue this form into the Tour. And so before we get into it, I must mention again, I mentioned it at the end of last episode, but Egan Bernal will miss the Tour de France, the defending champion and the Giro champion as well. He is injured with a broken hand, out until mid-July. And adding to that, Primož Roglič is out as well. If we scroll down there, he is with a fractured hip, out until the start of July. So he's just coming back, but he's just missed the Tour de France. So he'll probably be riding the Vuelta later in the year. But probably the two favourites for the race, Bernal and Roglič, are missing this race. So let's take a look at the parcours for this year's Tour, and we start in Normandy for a flat stage. And this is actually the 2016 route. You may have noticed that already. The year, of course, that Froome won ahead of Bardet and Quintana. Froome, of course, running up Mount Ventoux as well. I really enjoyed that year's Tour. So hopefully this year's race is just as enjoyable. So yeah, I think I'll flick through the stages quickly so we can get a feel for the route. You can see a flat stage to start, quite a punchy stage actually on the second day, a 4-kilometer climb. I think Sagan won the stage in real life. Stage 3, another flat one. I think Cavendish won 4 stages in the 2016 Tour, which sounds crazy to say at this point. But stage 4, slightly punchy with a very short uphill finish. Stage 5, this is where the GT starts, I think. We could see a few gaps on this stage. Stage 6 is a flat one. Stage 7, a big mountain stage already in the first week. And stage 8, again, a massive, massive GC day. You can see plenty of big climbs to get over in this one. And again, stage 9, a massive day. I think we're going into Spain for this stage, but you can see uphill basically all the way to the line in that final half of the race. Stage 10, a much needed flat stage after that. Same with stage 11. Stage 12, the famous Mont Ventoux stage, which Chris Froome had to run up. Very amusing video of him doing that. Stage 13 is a big time trial. This is a big stage for us, of course. 37-kilometer long time trial. We do have a few hills there which could help us out a little bit, but I think we'll be losing quite a bit of time in this stage. Stage 14 is another flat one, and then stage 15, again, we could have some gaps in the GC on this stage. Stage 16 is a flat one with a very slightly kind of hilly finish. Stage 17, look at these climbs, man. That final climb, 11 kilometers, average of 8.5%. Stage 18, and again, we have a time trial, I think, 16 kilometers, but again, what helps us out is it's a mountainous time trial, so hopefully we won't lose as much time as you'd think throughout the 16 kilometers. Stage 19, again, a massive GC day. I think this is the stage that Bardet won in real life. Stage 20, again, a big GC day, lots of mountains in this Tour, and of course we finish on Champs-Élysées. Without further ado, guys, let's take a look at our team for the Tour de France. Of course, Mikel Landa will be the team leader going for his first Grand Tour. We've got the likes of Pouls, Bilbao, Rafael Vals, Padun and Novak to help us out in the mountains. So pretty strong mountain team, to be fair. We've also got Arashiro riding the race alongside Ivan Garcia Cortina, who is kind of the punchy rider and the free element. He's also our sprinter. So let's get underway, guys, in Normandy. It is one for the sprinters today. We're just going to try and stay tucked in to the peloton, but very, very excited for the stage nonetheless. Caleb Ewan, Groenewegen and Sagan are the favourites. Let's get into the race. Here we go then, guys. The race gets underway with Le Mans Saint-Michel in the background. Unbelievable setting here in France for the Tour de France. I am so pumped for this race, guys. And there is Rojas in his national champions jersey. So as a few attacks go off the front to join the first breakaway of the Tour de France, I think it's time to look at the start list for the race. Here we go then. We've got Julian Alaphilippe for Quickstep with Bennett in the sprints. Van Aert is here for Jumbo-Visma with Dumoulin. Groenewegen, and there's no Kruijswijk here, and of course no Roglic, who is injured. So Tom Dumoulin will lead Jumbo-Visma, and he will get a bit more support in this race than he's used to at Sunweb. Further along, we've got Bookman, who's now 82 mountain, a very strong rider. He's a big contender for the GC. Sagan here as well with Ackermann. Fuglsang will lead Astana. We've got Froome, Carapaz and Geraint Thomas for Ineos. Plenty of options for them, but no reigning champion in Egan Bernal. We've got Gilbert for Lotto Soudal with Caleb Ewan. Nibali leads Trek with both Mollema and Port. Strong team for them in this race with Stuyven as well. We've got Nils Pollitt and Greipel here for Israel. Thibaut Pinot is here for FDJ, looking for revenge after looking so strong in last year's Tour. We've got Gaviria. I don't think any GC leader here though for the UAE. No Pogacar, very important to note. We've got Van Avermaet. Nairo Man is here for Arkea Samsic, having a very good year in real life. We'll see what he can do in this race. Adam Yates will lead Mitchelton Scott. No Simon Yates though in this race. Valverde will lead Movistar. We've got Bardet and Narsen for Agituella Mondial. Mike Woods is here. No Rigoberto Urán. No real GC leader for Education First, actually. We've got Terpstra, Michael Matthews. Moving on, we've got Guilherme Martin, Michael Valgren, and you can see the remaining guys right here. And so you can see we do have 7 men up the road in today's breakaway. One of them being our teammate Arashiro. We'll see what he can do in today's break. So we're approaching the intermediate sprint, guys, and you can see all the sprinters preparing to try and take some points here. We're just going to sit in the peloton. Let's just go down to 60. This will all come back together. But look at our guys' race day conditions. I mean, pools +5. That could be absolutely huge in the mountains later in the race. We'll see who takes these points. Garcia Cortina didn't bother. He's not going to go for the green jersey, it would seem. So 13k to go in stage 1 of the Tour de France. You can see there's attacks going on in the breakaway. Ian Stannard trying to get a jump on the rest of the guys with the peloton chasing very hard now. It's Quickstep and Lotto Soudal chasing for their sprinters. Arashiro not looking too strong. Don't think he's got a real chance of taking the stage here. He's still trying though. Let's just sit on one of the sprinters' wheels for a bit. So 9k to go. There's 6 men from that break have been caught. Peak is trying again. We've still got Ian Stannard 30 seconds up the road. We're just sat on, I think, Groenewegen's wheel at the moment. Should probably move to someone less quick though, because we're just going to lose all of our red. I do want to try and conserve some energy on these flat stages, so we probably won't full out sprint for the line. But you can see Peak still up the road, and Ian Stannard still has 20 seconds on the peloton. What a win this would be for Ian Stannard if he can hold on right here. But I think with 4k to go, it's heartbreak for the Englishman. I think he won a stage in the 2016 Tour, but anyhow, 3k to go now in the stage. Let's just cruise along on maybe 90. Garcia Cortina in a decent position actually. 1.5k to go. He's not going to take the sprint though today up the road. I'm not sure who's going to take it. Let's take a look up the road, and you can see it will be Arnold Demar taking stage 1 ahead of Gaviria, Ewan in 3rd, Groenewegen 4th, and Matthews in 5th. We'll cruise across the line on 85 now. So a very enjoyable first stage of this year's Tour de France. I thought for a moment Ian Stannard had a chance of holding on there, just couldn't quite do it into the final few kilometres. And Arnold Demar, a fairly surprising result to be fair, beating Gaviria and Ewan. Garcia Cortina in 10th for the team. On to stage 2, guys, we go, and you can see 181 kilometres, and we do have a punchy finish today. 4 kilometres uphill at an average of 4%, maxes out at 11.5%. The final meters are quite flat though compared to the rest of the climb, which doesn't really suit us. But you can see Alaphilippe is the favourite today. We make it onto the start list as well though. Let's see what we can do. Underway here, guys, for stage 2, and you can see Ivan Garcia Cortina on a +5 day, taking him to 82 mountain today, 76 sprint, 78 acceleration. He's got to be one of the favourites for today's stage. He's down as my teammate for today, but I want to try and help him win the stage, to be honest. Stages like this, I'm not too bothered about winning with Landa. We're going for the GC. We're not too bothered by stage victories. And to be honest, we can't take more than 10 bonus seconds on a stage like this. So even though it will be good to win the stage, I'm more keen to save my energy for the big mountain stages. Still 105k to go, guys. We have 3 men in today's breakaway, including Louis Marquez, but shouldn't be an issue bringing these guys in. So coming into the final 35k of the race, the 3 men in the breakaway have just 30 seconds. They're going to be brought in pretty soon. We're a bit too far up in this group, to be honest. So we'll let a few guys overtake us right here. But you can see the pace very fast at the moment. Quite a few of our guys are struggling a little bit. So 20k to go in the race. The pace is very fast on the front. We are trying to stay right at the front of the peloton, and that is because splits are taking place. We've got 83 riders behind, some very good riders in that group. As you can see, we don't want to get caught out here, and we will happily do some pacing with these guys if we can, because we want to keep these guys behind, of course. So this has been an absolute quick step masterclass on the front. All of their guys working really hard, and you can see gaps are being created, quite big gaps as well behind. You can see Van Avermaet, Mike Woods. I saw Carapaz in this group as well. This is a big stage for the race potentially. 12k to go, 87 riders in the front group. So 11k to go in the race. We are contributing now with Bilbao and Padoon on the front, pacing on 95, trying to keep the yellow jersey and these groups behind. Really hoping we can create some time gaps here. This could be a real bonus for our GC charge. 9k to go in the race. Padoon and Bilbao doing an excellent job on the front here. So we come onto this short hill. Let's pace on 92. I want to protect against any Alaphilippe attacks or anyone else. Let's just sit on 85. Doesn't look like anyone's going to try anything right here. Bilbao and Padoon are now done. Same with Novak and Arashiro. We're going to have to go to Rafael Vowles now. That is fine. We want Pools, then Landa, then Garcia Cortina, the final man in the train. 5k to go on stage 2. Here we go then, guys, into the final 4k. Vowles trying to bring us towards the front of the peloton. Garcia Cortina has been caught slightly further back. Vowles can pace on 95 for now, and then we're going to go to Pools. Let's go up to 90 with Pools. I think that should be fine. Let's try and stay on his wheel. This could be a very tense finish here. Dumoulin coming towards the front with 2k to go. Where is Alaphilippe? There he is to our right. Is Alaphilippe going? Let's try and stay with him with Pools. You can see up to 99 into the final kilometre here. Let's drop it to 90 momentarily. Here we go. We can sprint with Pools. We can sprint with Landa. We can sprint with Ivan Garcia Cortina. We're going to finish in the front group, and it is Jakob Fuglsang taking the stage. I think Nibali will be second and Pinot in third place. Just 28 riders in this group as well. We have liftoff at this year's Tour de France already, guys, on stage 2. Just 28 riders finishing in the front group alongside Jakob Fuglsang, who does move into the leader's yellow jersey already. You can see the likes of Valverde losing time. Wout van Aert's down here. Richie Porte, he's working for Nibali, I think, though. You can see Carapaz as well in 69th place, losing time as well. That was a really tough final climb. Stage 3 then, guys, and it is a flat one today. Over 200 kilometers though, a very long stage. This will almost definitely come in for a mass sprint though. And you can see Caleb Ewan, Groenewegen and Peter Sagan are the favourites. So we're underway here, guys, and you can see everyone in the team on a plus day. Very nice to see. But I do want to say I have been in OBS and changed my recording settings slightly. And basically I've changed my encoder, so we should have some better quality. Let me know if you can tell the difference. So we've covered about 100k already, guys. The breakaway have about 3 minutes, and you can see Arashiro is up in today's breakaway. I don't think they have much of a chance though, with the sprinters teams keeping the gap pretty close. So it's Yves Lampaert powering along on the front of the peloton. You can see just a few riders from the breakaway remaining. Arashiro still up there, and it is Malecki from CCC who has attacked, but 30 seconds, 14k to go. They don't have a chance here. So 7.5k to go, guys. Tim de Klerk on the front yet again for Quickstep. We've got Hansen and Lampaert up here as well. Again, I think we're just going to cruise into the line, follow Rafael Vowles. He can lead us in pretty nicely, I think. We'll use our energy gel into the final 5k. Let's see who is going to be the strongest of the sprinters today. So it's Alaphilippe leading Jakobsen and Sam Bennett up for Quickstep into the final 3k. Groenewegen in prime position with Van Aert and Teunissen as well. Very slightly uphill here. It flattens out though in a second into the final 2k. Jakobsen and Teunissen have gone too early, have they? Oh my word, the sprint has completely stalled with 1.5k to go. We're coming right towards the front. I don't think we're going to take it in the sprint though. We can sprint for the line. Who's going to take the stage today? And it's going to be Caleb Ewan ahead of Groenewegen. Then we've got Gaviria and Sam Bennett. Will finish nicely in the top 20. Caleb Ewan gets his first Tour de France win of this season. And yeah, I think we finished just outside the top 20 in the end, but no change in the GC today. Very much a transitional stage. On to stage 4, guys, and again, this is considered a flat stage. A few more hills though in the final, and maybe this could be for the punchers, to be honest. It is an uphill finish as well, and that does mean Peter Sagan is the favourite, but maybe someone like Alaphilippe or Greg Van Avermaet could take today's stage. So today's breakaway has formed pretty early again, and we have Arashiro up the road yet again as well. This guy looking for the most combative rider this Tour de France, it would seem. Okay guys, 50k to go now in the stage. Of course, the pace still very high with the breakaway up the road, and we have entered this kind of section of very short hills. This could do some damage though, to be fair, and looking at the final, it is very steep. I think maybe the only sprinter who could win today is Peter Sagan, maybe someone like Alaphilippe, maybe Caleb Ewan. He can go up the hills very fast, as we know, up Hatter Dam. But yeah, we'll see how this ends. 2 minutes now up to the breakaway. So we're quickly now coming into the final 10k of the stage, and we're entering these 2 hills. I think it's the same climb. We're just going around it twice, I believe. Let's come right towards the front now of the peloton. I want Vowles protecting us rather than Novak as well. He's slightly stronger on the hills than Novak, so that should be perfect. Here we are right towards the front. Let's take position with Youngles right here, maybe up to 88. I want to make sure we stay right towards the front. We're not risking losing any time to anyone today. Vowles doing a lot of work to keep us here. Maybe we're a bit too close towards the front, but this is fine for now. 7k to go, and we're quickly coming into the final. 5k to go in stage 4 of the Tour de France. Vowles looks pretty much done, to be fair. He should be able to help us after going downhill before the line, but it is Quick Step still in the front. But here come Lotto Soudal. Let's pace a bit. I want to grab someone's wheel. Who can I grab? Maybe Caleb Ewan. Let's try and follow Caleb Ewan with Michael Landa into the final 2.5k. Here comes Groenewegen. Not sure if today will be for him, but into the final kilometre. We can sprint for it now with Michael Landa. Can we maybe challenge for this even with the sprinters? I don't think so. It's Caleb Ewan going for the line, but Michael Matthews comes at the end. He wins the stage ahead of Ewan. Damar will finish in 3rd place, and I think we're gonna come 4th here. Very nice result in the top 5. So in the end, it was the sprinters really competing for the win today. There were a few GC guys with Thomas and Nibali in the top 10, but that is a massive win for Michael Matthews, because he now goes into the yellow jersey ahead of Jakob Fuglsang. Here we go then, guys, stage 5, and it is what I will call the first real GC day of this year's Tour de France. The genuine possibility to have some big time gaps in this stage, even though, to be honest, I do think most of the GC guys will be able to stay together. In real life, this stage was won by Greg Van Avermaet, and he went into the yellow jersey. We'll see what drama unfolds today with Thibaut Pinot as the favourite. We are 2nd favourite just behind him, and Bookman in 3rd. Here we go then, guys. We're underway for stage 5, and I'm actually a little bit nervous for this stage. The first real opportunity to gain and obviously lose time in the GC. We're feeling pretty good though, and you can see I have set up the team so Bilbao and Pouls are protected, as well as ourselves, of course. So up the road, we do have a fairly big breakaway of I think 10 riders. You can see the guys up the road right here. No one particularly dangerous. We'll see if they're allowed up the road. 80k remaining, guys, and the stage is just about to get going, I think. Everyone's still in the peloton, but the pace does start to pick up on the front very much, actually. You can see the breakaway have just 3 minutes, so they're not going to win the stage. This is going to be for the peloton, it looks like. So 55k to go in the stage, guys. Look how tired everyone in our team is. 1000 Novak are just going out the back as well. I'm really trying to conserve energy here, but this fast pace on this flatter section, not very steep, really doesn't suit us, and we're being drained of a lot of energy. 79 riders now in the peloton. 50k still to go. This is an absolutely grueling stage already. The remnants of the breakaway about to be brought in. Matthew Holmes going for it still at the front. The numbers in this group are about to go down very quickly, I'm pretty sure, if this pace continues. Look at this, guys. It's big Peter Sagan pulling on the front, I guess for Emmanuel Buchmann. We have 37 riders currently in the peloton. Look at the view over the mountain as well. Beautiful scenes here in the Tour. It looks like Sagan is finally done, and we have less than 35 riders now in this group. He's still sat on the front, and look at some of the riders that have been dropped. Gaudu, Carapaz, Valverde, Micah, all out the back, and the real climbing hasn't even begun yet. So 2k to go on this climb, and look how steep this has gotten right now, guys. Youngle's pacing very quickly on the front. Alaphilippe's going for it. Oh my word, look at the pace. 12%, 12.5% at the moment. Let's lower the pace. I think I will pace on like 70 because if any domestiques are struggling, I mean, Van Aert is still here. Why is he still here? He surely can't be here on this climb. 26 riders in this group, and Martin and Mollem are done here. Let's try and pace on just 65, I think. Let's try and reduce the numbers in this group as much as possible. Lutsenko looks done, Youngles is done, and I think Pools is pretty much done as well now. We're going to have to lower this to 60 just to try and keep him over the top. So over the top of that first climb, guys, we go. Pools done a very good job there. I think we can just kind of rest up basically. 20 riders in this group. We've still got Ivan Garcia Cortina as well. He can try and pace on the front, hopefully. Let's try and pace on 85 with him. Let's rest up and try and regenerate now. I can't believe how tough this day has been already. So we're now coming into the final 20k of the stage. Rowan Dennis currently on the front for Ineos. We've regenerated nicely, so I'm going to try and set a bit of a pace on this climb early on. Let's go up to 85 with Garcia Cortina. We'll at least go on that. We can maybe up it in a bit as well. Doesn't look like anyone wants to come past us at the moment. Is Pinot by himself? I think Pinot is by himself on this climb. There's 2 EF riders. Michael Matthews still here. Very strong rides by him. Same with Greg Van Avermaet. We've got Froome, Dennis and Geraint Thomas for Ineos. But a lot of guys are isolated in this group. We've got 3 riders here in a very strong position. So great work by Ivan Garcia Cortina on the first part of that climb. Still got 20 riders in this group though. Let's up it to 88. Try and push it at this point. Is anyone else going out the back? I'd love to drop Dennis or someone else for Ineos. Let's see if anyone else goes out the back at this point. Doesn't look like it though. Maybe we've got 20 riders over this climb as well. But there you go, 18 riders. It is Benoot and Bettiol going out the back. I'm not sure if Dennis is still here. Yes, he is. Great pacing by Garcia Cortina. And there it is, Michael Matthews, the yellow jersey, finally out the back. So 10k to go in the stage, guys. I don't think we're going to be able to drop anyone at this point unless we try and attack on this downhill, which I don't want to do. I don't think that's going to be worthwhile. We can up pools to maybe 75 on this flatter section. It is getting steep very quickly though, and you can see, are there attacks already? There's attacks already on this climb. We need to try and follow immediately with Mikel Landa. Let's follow Nairo Quintana. He can chase the gap to Geraint Thomas and the rest attacking. Oh my word, that came out of absolutely nowhere. I did not expect that. Let's rest up now in this group, see if anyone else tries something. Here we go then, guys. Geraint Thomas trying to go again on the front. Yates closes the gap and Alaphilippe. The 3 have gone momentarily. We need to try and close this gap. I think Pools is going to try and do it for us. Let's try and attack up for them. Can we do it? I don't want these guys gaining time on us today. We're losing a lot of energy though. Oh my words. And we just about brought them in. Alaphilippe kicks again. Oh my word. That is a strong attack by Julian Alaphilippe. I'm not going to do the chasing by myself at least. 4k to go. I can maybe follow someone's wheel. It seems Geraint Thomas is going to have to do the chasing here. Let's try and stick with him though, not drop places in the group. And you can see 8 riders in the group now with 3k to go, and it's basically downhill now and then a very short kink uphill. I think Alaphilippe has the stage in the bag here. Maybe I can grab Nibbli's wheel on this downhill section. We're coming into the line, the final kilometre of the race. Let's sprint for it, try and grab some bonus seconds. But Julian Alaphilippe is going to win the stage. I think he'll take the yellow jersey as well. Can we get a place on the podium today? I don't think so. Looks like that'll be for Chris Froome and Thibaut Pinot. We don't lose any time though to the main group in the GC. So the 9 men in the lead group, and you can see a massive minute back to the next group with Poels, Kreuziger. Who else is in this group? Let's take a look. Emmanuel Buchmann loses time today. Oh my word, that is a big blow for Bora Hansgrohe. My word guys, that is what can only be described as a massacre. You can see 9 riders in the front. Nairo lost a few seconds as well, 28 seconds down. The main group were 15 seconds down on Julian Alaphilippe. Great attack by him, and that puts him in the yellow jersey. But look at some of these time gaps and some of the riders. Buchmann lost a minute and a half. Fuglsang 3 minutes down. He won't be challenging in the GC, it looks like. The likes of Mollema, Gaudu, Ports over 5 minutes down today. That was insane. And coming into the race as the GC leader for Movistar, Valverde looks like at 40 years of age, that age has finally caught up with him. He won't be challenging in the GC either this race. And you can see the rest of the results right here. Bardet, 9 minutes down for Romain Bardet. And so taking a closer look at the new GC, it is Alaphilippe 15 seconds clear of Thibaut Pinot. The main group are 25 seconds down. We're in the lead of that in 5th place with Thomas, Yates, Dumoulin, Quintana 38 seconds down. We've got Nibali and Froome here as well. And from these 9 guys, I think we have the winner of this year's Tour de France. Can't see anyone else winning at this point. And I forgot to say guys, what a ride by the team today. We had 3 other riders in the top 20. Bilbao, Garcia Cortina, unbelievable today. And Poels again, our main domestique, unreal ride from him today. Stage 6 then guys, and it is another flat stage, almost definitely for the sprinters. We need a rest after that massive stage 5, and it is Caleb Ewan, Groenewegen and Sagan the favourites. And worth noting guys, on those climbs I did actually unintentionally put Poels in the polka dot jersey. Will be interesting to see if he tries to defend this. So we have just 4 men up the road in today's breakaway. You can see them all right here. And again, it's less than 3 minutes with 75k to go. Doesn't look like they're going to be given a chance by the peloton. We have less than 20k to go then guys, and on the front the formidable sight of Lampert, De Klerk, Asgreen, Youngles and Hansen, unreal. The flat riders riding on the front of the peloton. Surely they have no chance up the road. Nathan Van Hooydonk is giving it a good go though. They have 40 seconds now with 15k to go. So 8k to go then guys in the stage. It's Godon and Peak up the roads. They have just 10 seconds. They're about to be brought in by Yves Lampert on the front. He will continue pacing though for his man Sam Bennett of course. Can't quite see him. There he is, Sam Bennett in good position at the moment. We're hoping Rafael Vowles can put us in a good position as well. It's fairly downhill to the line to be fair. Mostly flat. There are parts of downhill though. And into the final 5k we go. Again, we're just looking to conserve energy and finish in the front group today. We'll see who can take it in the sprint. I don't think Garcia Cortina is anywhere to be seen at this point. But anyway, 2.5k to go. Off go the sprint trains. Groenewegen, Bennett, Ewan and the rest. Vowles can lead us across the line. Who's going to take it in the sprint? Ewan leaving it very late. He looks in a good position, but it is Sam Bennett. I think Sam Bennett is going to take the win today, or it is Caleb Ewan stealing it on the line from Sam Bennett. Groenewegen in 3rd place in the end. Caleb Ewan grabbing his 2nd win of the race, and that was literally a photo finish with Sam Bennett today. Groenewegen in 3rd. No withdrawals and of course no change in the GC. Alaphilippe remains in the yellow jersey. And also guys, worth noting, Caleb Ewan in 1st in the green jersey, but in the mountain competition we do have Poels holding that. Garcia Cortina 2nd and we're 3rd. And Garcia Cortina holding on to the youth jersey ahead of the likes of Gaudu, Gegenhardt, who you think would overtake him on that kind of hilly mountainous stage. Let's take a look at the stages coming up in the next part of the Tour de France. We've done 6 today and we'll be doing 5 in the remaining 3 videos. So stage 7, a big mountain stage to start, no respite for the GC guys. And then stage 8, a massive GC day with 4 climbs to conquer, of course starting with the Col de Tourmalet. Stage 9, again a big GC day in Andorra, this one I think. The final climb, 20 kilometers in length. This is another brutal stage. Stage 10 is a flat one, probably for the sprinters, and the same with stage 11. So guys, that'll round out the first part of the 2020 Tour de France. I'm absolutely buzzing with this race at the moment. It's absolutely erupted already with just 9 riders really in the GC battle. Similar situation to 2019 with Alaphilippe holding the yellow jersey early, Pinot looking strong, and we're in a good position in 5th place, just 25 seconds down. And so guys, if you enjoyed this episode of FreeLanda, do drop a like on the video, that really helps the channel out of course. Tell me what you thought down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.